Hi everyone. I thought I'd touch base with you about what the students have been working on in the last couple weeks of class. And as you probably have noticed, the way we do math is a lot different than what we used to do in the past. So the kids have been doing a lot of modeling, and I try to encourage them to show different strategies when they're checking their work. So far they know 3 ways to solve this problem that I have in front of us. One of them is using tape diagram. Another one is what we call the WV, and the other strategy we just started yesterday was using tables. So just to give you an idea, if the kids are having trouble with homework or if you're curious in what we're doing in class, I'm going to show you the 3 different ways that we could solve this problem in front of us. So you can read it yourself. I try to encourage the student to highlight all of the important information. So we have a ratio. Every $7 he deposits, Marcus, his sister deposits 6. So the students up to this point understand that that's a ratio of 7 to 6. So that's the first thing they would write, 7 to 6 ratio. 7 represents Marcus, and the 6 represents Mary. So I tell them to label their solution, their ratios, I mean. So starting with the tape diagram strategy, they know to do a 7-part to 6-part for their diagram. So we draw 7 parts. Labeled it Marcus, and then we have 6 parts, and I emphasize that your parts should be about the same size so that you can compare the relationship between Marcus' deposit and Mary's deposit. The next piece of information in word problem that the students want to highlight is that at the end of the year, Mary has $120. So Mary's tape diagram represents 120. So this equals 120. The students up to this point understand that the value of each part has to be the same. So we have 120, 6 equal parts. They're going to do 120 divided by 6 to get 20. So that's the value of each part. Now they need to remember the question. How much money have they saved together? So 20 is also the value of each part in Marcus. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 parts. So Marcus is 7 times 20, $140. So together, 140 plus 120, we know they have $260 together. So that's one way they can do it, and some of you may not be familiar with the tape diagram strategy. The next strategy we talked about using is using the double V strategy, which a lot of students like to use. Not a lot of drawing. So writing the ratio 7 to 6 again. Labeling it Marcus so they can keep track. And Mary. We know that Mary has $120, so that represents the second part of the ratio. So we want to match up Mary with Mary. We don't know how much Marcus has, so we can put a question mark there. So to make equivalent ratios, the students understand that you have to multiply both the 7 and 6 by the same value. So 6 times what is 120? 6 times 20. Therefore, you must multiply 7 by 20. So Marcus now has also $140 because 7 times 20 is 140. Now, just like we did above, we add 120 and 140 to get $260. So that's the second strategy. Yesterday, they may not be comfortable with the tables yet. I introduced the strategy using tables. So tables, we're going to use Marcus' money on one side and Mary on the other. Marcus has $7. Mary deposits $6. I could continue the pattern by saying for every $7 Marcus deposits, Mary deposits $6. So $7 more would be 14. $6 more for Mary would be 12. And we could continue this all the way until we get to 120. The students haven't done this yet, but they might notice, ooh, we could just do 12 times 10 and skip count to get 120. Therefore, I need to do 14 times 10 to get 140. Again, 140 plus 120 is $260. Thank you for watching the video. Hope this helped.